Well, Neil, it's the 2016-17 season is just getting underway, and how do you feel looking ahead to the new season?
I haven't really practiced yet. Only done about only a couple of days practice. I think probably like most of the players, especially the ones who were heavily involved in tournaments, throughout the season last year. I don't think many players will be practicing that much. So it's nice to sort of be, being forced to pick up my cue again, because it is nice having a few weeks off. But so after the qualifiers here, I'll start getting back into things sort of slowly but surely.
What have you been up to over the last few weeks since the World Championship?
Not much really. I had some family come over from Australia, so just been relaxing, chilling out. Haven't gone away anywhere yet. Going to Australia for a few weeks in August, which will be really nice. So I'm still in kind of relaxation mode. I still haven't I don't expect my season to kind of get fully underway until sort of September, October time.
And given your lack of practice, you must have been very pleased to get your first win of the season under your belt against Sydney Wilson the other night, especially after having a little bit of trouble getting to the venue.
Yeah, car flipped over on the motorway, had some funny ideas about me trying to get here as late as possible, but it's just one of those things, something I've got to learn. I've never been on the M6 before like that, so there were many players who were stuck in it, but they decided to come up the day before. I always just drive up on the day of qualifying, I always have, and I've never had any problems, so it was a bit of a freakish incident. So but thankfully I got here really quick. My dad, I was just telling him to put his foot down everywhere he was going, and I got here 4 minutes before I was going to lose 2 frames, so it was quite crucial actually, because I won the match 5-4.
Overall, how do you look back on last season? You played so well just before Christmas, winning the Champion of Champions and UK Championship particularly, so how did you kind of see the season overall?
Yeah, I played really well even after the Christmas. I played really well in the Masters, got the final of the Welsh Open. I only had 2 events after that before the World Championship. I just ran into a really informed Michael Hall, who played some inspiring snooker, so I played really well. Just you can't keep winning those kind of tournaments all the time. The most important thing is to take advantage when you get to finals, and I won 2 out of 3 finals in, so I've got to consider it a great season.
So it wasn't a big disappointment for you to lose in the first round at the Crucible?
No, these things happen. I mean, I think 8 of the top 10 players in the world all lost before the quarterfinals, so it was just one of those kind of tournaments where there was just a lot of upsets happening. So it's just one of those things. I think big upsets aren't as infrequent in the game as what they used to be. Players are very even now. A lot more players that are ranked down have a lot more belief that they can actually beat the top players. So it's down to when you get to the semi-finals and final stages that you can convert those into tournament wins.
And have you set yourself any particular targets for the new season?
No, not really. Just to try and keep doing what I'm doing, keep improving as a player. Try and defend the titles that I won last season, and push on and hopefully have a really good World Championship.
And you spoke last year about practicing harder and working harder than you'd ever done before. Is that something you're still doing?
Yeah, especially for the bigger tournaments, to try and sort of really build around those really well. I think I did that really well last year, and I'll be doing the same again this season. I thought about maybe not entering any of the first 3 this season, but I think then I could maybe get a little bit too lazy, because it would be about 3 or 4 months without sort of playing competitively. So I'm just kind of using these tournaments that I'm in to try and just get a bit of practice before the real kind of serious stuff happens, towards the end of sort of October, November.
And have you been through the calendar and kind of mapped out your schedule for the season?
I've had quite a good look at it. I've got some ideas of the tournaments I'm going to be playing in and the ones I'm going to be missing out on. It'll be very similar to last year. There'll be a couple of the European tournaments I won't be playing in, and there might be 1 or 2 other sort of bigger tournaments I might not be playing in as well.
And finally, apart from yourself, if you had to name 3 players who are going to win the most tournaments this season, who would you go for?
3 other players apart from myself. Ronnie O'Sullivan, John Higgins, Mark Williams.
Great, thanks very much, Neil. Good luck for the season.
Right, thank you.